So the question is, where can I sell my cookies online? And if you're looking to create a bakery business or a baking business specializing in cookies, then selling them online is a no-brainer. More so because it costs a heck of a lot less to actually create an e-commerce cookie business than it does a brick and mortar. And I'm going to dive into exactly how that works in this podcast. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to launch this also up on YouTube so our YouTube subscribers can take a look at this information as well. And we're going to dive into that right now. Okay, so we are back in the podcast. We're going to cover two different specific questions. And how do I start a small cookie business, Damien, is something that I get quite often on a lot of our baking videos. And the other question was, where can I sell my cookies online? Obviously, once you get your business up and running. Now, before we do, as always, if this is your first video or your podcast for Marketing Food Online, welcome. My name is Damien Roberti, founder and CEO of Marketing Food Online. I, along with my wife, Sylvia, are food entrepreneurs. We've been running our e-commerce businesses for over a decade now, actually 12 years or so. So we've had quite a bit of experience doing this, and also ran an Italian bakery with my wife as well that we opened. We sold gelato, cookies, eclairs, pastries, sandwiches, and all kinds of good stuff. We did that also before we started our e-commerce business. So yes. So where can I sell my cookies online? Number one, you can sell cookies online. And the best place to get started, before I get into the technicalities and the legalities as far as business licensing and the other things that you need along with this, never start a business with your own website. I know you're going to be thinking, well, that's really odd. Why would I not do that? Well, I said don't start a food business with your own website. You should have your own website, but you really need to leverage existing platforms, not Amazon just yet. If you don't have experience with e-commerce at all, I always recommend to all the clients I've done my consulting with, do not start on Amazon right out the gate if you don't have any experience, because you will not understand how being online really works, and you will be basically closed pretty quick. So start with eBay, start with Etsy is the ones I've always recommended. They are about easier platforms to get on there. There is no approval for selling cookies or that such on eBay or Etsy. Also, the platform is very easy to use. It's really user-friendly on the back end when you start creating your listings and everything like that. Plus, have your own website. Yes, but the reason why I say don't use your own website to sell your cookies online is because getting traffic to the website for you right off the bat when you start is going to be very expensive and very hard. It's not going to happen overnight. And I say expensive because you'll probably end up spending a lot of money on ads to try to get people from either Facebook or Google or wherever it may be that you're running ads. Even Pinterest, you can run ads, or even Twitter and such, trying to get attraction, get traffic to the website. So I recommend you don't do that. But if you mix the three together, that's going to be a good idea, because eBay and Etsy already have a built-in traffic base. They already have a customer base. And there are actually people that go to, believe it or not, Etsy and eBay that sells cookies. Well, Damien, aren't these saturated? I personally say no. There is no such thing. My own belief system is that there's no such thing as being saturated online. You have a cookie product. You just need to learn how to market it and how to attract people to it. Is there a lot of people on Etsy who sell cookies and bakers? Yeah, there is a lot, but that doesn't mean they're successful, because they may not understand how to market their product. They may not be getting their product in front of a lot of eyes, so they're not selling a lot. So is eBay the same? Well, it may be, but again, it doesn't mean if you see a lot of listings for the cookies or items like yours, that doesn't mean that they're selling like crazy, because you've got to understand how to market it. You got to understand how to get people to get their attention and get them to go to your site and buy your product. That's the trick. The reason why I say that is that we sell chocolate pretzel rods, and this is an example. Chocolate pretzel rods, I didn't invent them. I sell them on Amazon, I sell them on eBay, I also sell them on Etsy, and of course, they're on our website. We've had a lot of success with them. I probably do about 60 or 70,000 pretzel rods a year on Amazon alone. Individual pretzel rods that we make. We hand dip them, put them in a bag, seal them up and all that. Now, why am I so successful doing that? I sell quite a bit of pretzel rods because I understand how to get people's attention. So I use social media and I leverage that to get people to buy products from me. Okay? Same thing with what you want to do. You want to sell cookies online, you can be hugely successful. You just have to understand how to get people to your store, okay? And then get them to purchase your product. That's different. You can have 1 million stores online that are selling cookies. All kinds of cookies, chocolate chip cookies, stuffed cookies, anything you think of. That does not mean that they're being successful, because they may not have the traffic that you're going to get. If you're getting more traffic than this guy, you're going to sell more cookies, okay? Now, where can I sell them online? Those are the places. Now, Damien, what's the legal side of this? Okay, number one, you can't do this from home. Unfortunately, you can't. It's not legal. It doesn't fall under cottage food law. You can't ship cookies from your home over state lines. It's illegal. Technically, you can't. Now, a lot of states offer the ability for you to have a website online to sell cookies and stuff, baked goods, as long as it falls in line with the list of the cottage food laws in the state. That's fine. Not every state does this, but there are states that will do that. But there's a problem. You have to deliver that. Normally you got to do it yourself. You have to take it to the customer and drop it off. Obviously, you're not going to drive across the state to deliver cookies. Okay, so how do you do this? It's not necessarily getting around the law, but how do you do this in? You can use a commercial kitchen. Well, Damien, isn't that kind of expensive? You might be thinking, well, that's selling cookies. I can't go to rent a commercial kitchen for a couple $100s a day. Wait a minute. Here's how you can do this. You are the one who creates the listing on your product online. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to find a commercial kitchen that's close to you, one that's reasonably priced, okay, one that you can use one day a week. You are going to accumulate orders from every day up until, let's just say, an example, Monday. And on a Monday, you're going to go to the commercial kitchen. You're going to pull all those orders that you just got online. You're going to make your product in the commercial kitchen, and then you're going to ship that product to a customer. Now, do you understand how it works? That way, you can start a business and leverage and use a commercial kitchen instead of using your own, which you can't. Now, there's another trick. One more other thing that you need to be aware of. You have to make sure you have the right business license to be doing this, and the commercial kitchen has the ability or allows you to actually just simply print the labels and ship the product from there. Now, because you can't bring the cookies you made, you can't bring them home and then ship them back out. Again, that's not allowed. So can you run a business online? Can you sell cookies online? And how do you start a small cookie business? You can start a small cookie business. Of course you can. You don't necessarily have to start it from home. Leverage a commercial kitchen. Get your store up and running online. Make sure you have the correct licenses and permits within the city and county that you're working in. And of course, get your EIN number for tax purposes. You need to have an employer identification number. And then also get yourself food business insurance. Now, Damien, that seems like a lot of money up front. Well, every single business is going to have some money up front. It's not necessarily a lot. It depends on what you think is a lot. But it may take a couple hundred or a few $100s or so, even a couple $1,000s, which is actually not much to start a business at all. A couple $1,000s compared to getting a brick and mortar, which for us cost us quite a bit of money when we did that. So if you just simply leverage a commercial kitchen, tap into that kitchen, have the ability to ship the product and make it as you need it. One day a week, you'll accumulate your orders. You ship them out on Monday. They get to the customer. Then you ship out again. You do that until you have that opportunity to maybe even get your own kitchen or get your own little space with a couple of ovens. Okay, you can always start small and grow a business. But yes, you can definitely sell cookies online. Cookies are, by the way, one of the hugely profitable products that we make. They literally cost, I think, 2 dozen, or on average, our 2 dozen cookies cost us around $1.80, $1.90 to make. And we sell them for $24.99 for 2 dozen, and plus shipping. So, obviously, we make quite a considerable margin, and they take no time to make, very simple. But the cool things are that they're easy to ship to, very easy to package and ship, very inexpensive to make, profit margin's gigantic. And you can even get into a lot of these cookie companies online now are doing these crazy, outrageous, filled up cookies that are oversized and stuffed with all kinds of toppings and things. There's such an infinite amount of types of cookies that you can make. So if you know how to make chocolate chip cookies, you know how to make a lot of different cookies. So to answer the question, yes, thank you so much. That was from Sarah Rogerson. Sarah Rogerson, thank you so much for asking that. And if you have questions about your business or you want to start a baking business or any type of cookie business, let us know down in the comments section. In the description too, guys, there's a ton of other resources absolutely free. You should check those out as well. And I'll see you, hear us on our next podcast.